Hey guys, it's Charles here. So, DS Dominators. I'm in a bunch of the DS Domination groups, right? And I see a lot of questions that come up. A lot of them are repetitive in each different group, but the same question still keeps coming up. What do I do if no, excuse me, it's more like help. I've actually seen that. Help. What do I do? I sold an item to somebody, and when I went to buy it, to send it to them, it was more expensive than the product or than the price that I sold it to. Uh, I'm going to lose money. What do I do? So there's only two choices, really. You take the loss, or you take the gain. And by the gain, I mean you didn't spend any money because you refunded all back. Well, what's more important to you right now? Do you need the money more to save the money, or do you need to build your business? And I say build your business because your reputation is your business on eBay. The higher your reputation, the better your business is doing. Your lower reputation not necessarily means you're doing bad, but just means you got to do more to build your reputation. Do you see? So, if it's a couple dollars more, eat it. Take a loss because you're trying to build that reputation. You're trying to build your business. I will spend $2 to get a good hopefully it's like playing the lottery, really, because if you think about it, people are buying all the time, but you're only getting, you get a review every 3 or 4 orders. um, so it's kind of funny, but I'll spend $2 for that, a chance at that. You know why? Because as that builds, my ceilings get lifted. I start giving more room to list with. I'm not, my limitations are getting smaller. You get to the point where it's wide open. Have fun, just make us some money. That's what eBay is trying to say. If you think about it, they get 10%. 10% of that sale goes to eBay. So, yeah, they need power sellers. They need people who build trust, who has built trust with their businesses. Those are the guys making the most money for eBay. Yes, they're making the most money for themselves, but they're making the most money for eBay. And that's what everybody needs. If you want to stay in this field, that's where you need to aspire to. All right? But, as you build that reputation, you build that like, know, and trust up with your business, then you can get to the point to where you can start being, no, I'm not going to spend $2 for it. I don't need it. It's not that important. But that's different stages of your business. So, I mean, these people ask this question on Facebook, and it's like, well, I mean, it's not that hard a decision. Which one do you want to do? But people act like they don't know what to do. And it's like, really? People are so scared to lose money. And don't get me wrong, I hate to lose money, but losing money is not always a bad thing, i.e., this example. But I mean, don't go wasting money. If it's $20, $30 more, it's not worth it. Just cancel it. And there's one thing that you do, and I see a lot of people on eBay that do it. In their shipping terms, or the stuff that we talk about. I don't ship to FPO, APO, blah blah blah. Well, put in there, buyer must message us, me, whatever. Buyer must message us prior to purchasing and provide zip code to ensure we are able to ship to your zip code. Basically saying you got to message us first before we'll send it to you. You need to let us know where it's at. All right. That's one little way to get around it. kind of being screwed because you weren't checking your account every day. You weren't checking the products that you were selling every day like you should be. Hint, hint. Um, so, when the price change goes, because you ain't looked at your products in 2 or 3 days, putting that message in there prompts that they should be contacting you prior to buying it and make sure you ship it to them. If they're doing it, then all right, good for you, because now you're able to check to make sure you can still get the product at that price that you posted it for before you send it to them. Because if it's not, sorry, we can't ship to your zip code. That's your response. They really can't argue about it because in your contract, it stated that they needed to contact you prior to. So that's a get out of jail free card. But not everybody's going to use it. But, if they don't and they buy it and it's messed up, you can say, hey, it says there in the contract, you're supposed to message me. So, legitimate chance to cancel that account, but I'm not going to promise you it works all the time. Remember, you're building your business. If you have a lot of returns or you have a lot of refunds, pick and choose. All right. So another thing I've been seeing, people are complaining, I'm not making any money. I'm not making any sales. I've got 100 and such listings up and I'm not making any sales. If you have 100 listings up, you've got to be making at least one sale a day. At least. I mean, unless you were just posting total crap. Watch my previous video and it explains to you how to post stuff that's already selling, how to find it, and trust me, you should start seeing a change. Alright, but the main reason why you're not making sales right now is because that's not the way the economy is working. It's not working for the retail market. This, think about it. This isn't Christmas time. This isn't after tax season, which are your two major. It's funny because my family, Christmas time is Christmas for our kids. Tax returns is Christmas for us. This is when we can get stuff done. This is when we can, pay off on a car. This is when we can, buy that expensive, furniture and stuff, right? Because we live in that economy where, Christmas time, we spend a lot of money for Christmas, and it takes us a little bit to recuperate so that we can get what we need. But we live in that economy, and that economy, if you've worked in the retail industry, you know that there's heavy shopping and then there's a lot of non-heavy shopping. And heavy shopping, that is right before Christmas, right before school starts, and tax returns. Those are your heaviest times of shopping for like big things, expensive things. Stuff that you've been waiting all year because you've been paying your bills to purchase. It's like, right before school starts, clothes. Oh my God, clothes. If you have kids, you got to buy a whole new wardrobe just because the old wardrobe doesn't fit no more. It has holes in it, And I've got 4 kids. That's a lot of money. Thank God for the help from the families, right? Thank you. But that's a lot of money being spent during that time. School supplies, trapper keepers, shoes, book bags, paper, pencils, all the stuff that your kids need, calculators, just, you name it. All that stuff's being purchased. Right before Christmas is all about the toys. So you've got that, and then your furniture, your, new TVs, down payment on a house, cars, all that kind of stuff is like tax returns. But in the economy, but you've got those big purchases, and you've got a lot of non-big purchases. And that's grocery stores. That's um, you know, just your run-of-the-mill stuff that needs to be purchased on a daily basis to keep things going. Plain and simple. Birthdays kind of falls in that heavy, but they're so sporadic because not everybody's birthdays on the same day. So you get a lot of big sales, but it's not in a dense form because like the whole economy is during Christmas time or things like that. So we're in that lull point right now. So that's one of the reasons why you're not making a lot of sales is because the whole entire U.S. economy and the world, well, not really world, but in the U.S. economy, there's a lot of money saving going on because people, well, not really money saving, but they're not buying a whole bunch of stuff because they're at the beach or they're spending time with grandma, or they're at Carowinds, or they're Walt Disney World. They're vacationing because now all the kids are out of school. All right, and they can go on vacations and do stuff. Um, but not they're not buying they're not buying dinner tables. They're not buying coffee tables. Right now they're spending their money elsewhere. But you need to, even though you're not getting sales, you still need to stay at it. You still need to be on top of things. So that way you can prepare for Christmas time. Because I'm telling you, if you're not ready for Christmas now, you're not going to be ready for Christmas. Christmas is 6 months away. If you're doing Amazon, you got to get all your toys in before September. That's your deadline. If you don't, sorry. Tough. eBay, you're still going to make a lot of sales on eBay. So if you're not preparing for that time, you're going to fail. And you're going to be kicking yourself in the butt like I did when I saw my friend, capitalize on $167,000 in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. He made a lot of money. 15% of $167,000. What's that? Oh, $25,000 in profit in 3 weeks. You need to understand that the retail market flows like this. You make all your money in 3 different times of the year. All the rest of the time, you live off that big money. All right? $25,000 for most of you will get you through till tax season. Then it's going to blow up again, and it's going to get you through to before the kids go to school. Summer items too. You're still going to be able to sell summer items like pools, like pool equipment, floats, things like that, or beach stuff. You're still going to make some money there. So you're going to have little pop-ups throughout your year. But a lot of the times, you're not going to be making sales. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. So don't take this downtime like, oh my God, it doesn't work. It works, people. It really does. It's making a lot of people a lot of money, especially those that are transitioning into Amazon, which if you're not selling on Amazon, you better get selling on Amazon. Because you need to master eBay and Amazon. That way, you're really going to make this Christmas a nice Christmas. I guarantee you, if you're putting the time in. So don't fret. I'm sorry you're not making sales right now, but it ain't the end of the world. You're going to make it. Because once Christmas time hits, you're going to make money. As long as you're setting your business up to take advantage of that. If you're not, well, what the hell are you waiting for? Plain and simple. No questions, Get on it. Start researching now what the toys are that are going to be hot this Christmas time. Always be productive, no matter what you're doing. Don't be sitting on Facebook complaining. Be productive. Alright? So, just a quick little video. Nothing big. I just want to point out some observations that I was seeing. The next video that I do, I'm going to actually show some of the improvements that I do with my listings to kind of protect myself, and makes it more identifiable as far as in the search engines. Alright, so like I said, it's Charles here. Just a few observations that I've been noticing about some of the members. And don't be hard on them, because that we've all been there. We've all started out new and had questions, and we just couldn't figure something out. But to all the new people, try to figure your own things out. Alright? That builds character. That builds you, If somebody's always having to give you an answer to your questions, then you're not growing as an entrepreneur. Because many of the people that are successful hit that stop sign I don't know how many times, but they kept going. So figure it out. If you need help with technical stuff, then you ask, but try to think of the answer yourself. But don't think that this is a stupid question, because it's not. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Just try to think about it. Try to do it on your own. Impress yourself. I guarantee you will. No matter how much you think you can, you will impress yourself once you figure it out. Alright? So, take care.